Chapter 4. Now Boaz went up to the gate, and set him down there. And behold, the near kinsman of whom Boaz spoke came by, unto whom he said, Ho, such a one, turn aside, sit down here. And he turned aside, and sat down. And he took 10 men of the elders of the city, and said, Sit you down here. And they sat down. And he said unto the near kinsman, Naomi, that is come back out of the field of Moab, selleth the parcel of land which was our brother's Elimelech's. And I thought to disclose it unto you, saying, Buy it before them that sit here, and before the elders of my people. If you will redeem it, redeem it. But if it will not be redeemed, then tell me, that I may know, for there is none to redeem it beside you, and I am after you. And he said, I will redeem it. Then said Boaz, What day you buyest the field of the hand of Naomi, have you also bought of Ruth the Moabitess, the wife of the dead, to raise up the name of the dead upon his inheritance? And the near kinsman said, I cannot redeem it for myself, lest I mar mine own inheritance. Take you my right of redemption on you, for I cannot redeem it. Now this was the custom in former time in Israel concerning redeeming and concerning exchanging. To confirm all things, a man drew off his shoe and gave it to his neighbor, and this was the attestation in Israel. So the near kinsman said unto Boaz, Buy it for yourself. And he drew off his shoe. And Boaz said unto the elders and unto all the people, You are witnesses this day that I have bought all that was Elimelech's, and all that was Chilion's, and all that was Machlon's, of the hand of Naomi. Moreover, Ruth the Moabitess, the wife of Machlon, have I acquired to be my wife, to raise up the name of the dead upon his inheritance, that the name of the dead be not cut off from among his brethren, and from the gate of his place. You are witnesses this day. And all the people that were in the gate and the elders said, We are witnesses. The Lord make the woman that is come into your house, like Rachel, or like Leah, which two did build the house of Israel. And do you worthily in Ephrath, and be famous in Bethlehem. And let your house be like the house of Peretz, whom Tamar bore unto Judah, of the seed which the Lord shall give of this young woman. And let your house be like the house of Peretz, whom Tamar bore unto Judah, of the seed which the Lord shall give you of this young woman. So Boaz took Ruth, and she became his wife, and he went in unto her, and the Lord gave her conception, and she bore a son. And the woman said unto Naomi, Blessed be the Lord, who hath not left you this day without a near kinsman, and let his name be famous in Israel. And he shall be unto you a restorer of life, and a nourisher of your old age. For your daughter-in-law, who loves you, who is better to you than 7 sons, has borne him. And Naomi took the child, and laid it in her bosom, and became nurse unto it. And the woman, her neighbors, give it a name, saying, There is a son born to Naomi. And they called his name Obed. He is the father of Jesse, the father of David. Now these are the generations of Peretz. Peretz begot Kethron, and Kethron begot Ram, and Ram begot Aminadab, and Aminadab begat Nachshon, and Nachshon begat Salmon, and Salmon begat Boaz, and Boaz begot Obed, and Obed begot Jesse, and Jesse begot David. All right, let's go back up to verse 1. Now, we remember yesterday, Naomi, who is pleasantness, means pleasantness. She is the mother-in-law of Ruth, and Ruth, it means female companion, and she says to her she is going to seek rest for her, and now we learned that she did seek rest. She sent her down to the threshing floor, and there she went down and did all according to what Naomi said to do, according to Naomi and trying to bring this part of the near kinsman to pass. Now, this law, which is going to be stretched a little bit here to include Ruth. But anyway, she had went to the threshing floor, this place where this place of separation, and she had approached Boaz, and Boaz came and to the gate, and Boaz said he would go to the gate in the morning, and he measured out now these 6 measures of barley, and like I said, these 6 measures of barley represent this work of man that's going to be measured out, and this barley representing that where we can even see toward the beginning of the harvest, when the harvest, even the new year of harvest, should begin. And we're going to pick it up right there in verse 1. Now Boaz went up to the gate and set him down there, and behold, the near kinsman of whom Boaz spoke came by, unto whom he said, Ho, such a one, turn aside and sit down here. And he turned aside and sat down. And now Boaz means this one who, it is a sense of, it means quickly or swiftly, and it's a sense of coming, how we would come and come quickly. He goes up to the gate, and this gate represents that place of judgment, this place where the elders would gather even for the judgments and to answer all the questions that would come in. We're going to find out. Was the traditions then. It's going to insinuate that here, or give us a reason to believe this. And sat him down there. And behold, the near kinsman of whom Boaz spoke by, unto whom he said, Ho, such a one. This one whom Boaz was talking about in the last chapter, saying there is a nearer kinsman than I. See, there is a nearer relation, even in this one in understanding, to you, who has the right of this redemption. This is who we're talking about. And this one comes in. See, this would be where you would come into the city. You had to come through the gate. That's why they would gather there at the gate. He said to him, Turn aside and sit down. So this one whom Boaz had spoke of came, and to the gate, was coming to the city, and came by the gate. He said, Sir, sit down. And he took 10 men of the elders of the city, and said, Sit you down here. And they sat down. Now he takes 10 men of the elders of the city. See, these 10 men that were there in the gate, they are of the elders of the city, for this was the custom in that time. See, they would gather there for this purpose here, for the purpose of witness, for the purpose of transaction in the city that wasn't of selling nature, for a recording of land, just like we're going to find out here. See, and these matters here, or judgments even, of the law, these 10 men, see, these ones that are going to represent the law and a witness. 3. And he said unto the near kinsman, Naomi, that is come back out of the field of Moab, selleth a parcel of land, which was our brother Elimelech's. And he said unto his near kinsman, this one who was his relation, who was the relation. We'll find out. They say they were the brother of Elimelech, but we'll find that this brother has a broader spectrum of understanding, that they was all of their father's house, one house. And Naomi he says to her, there's the parcel of land available that Naomi, who just come back out of the field of Moab being from her father, referring to Moab, who was born from the daughter of Lot, which was our brother Elimelech's. And Elimelech, like I said, is my mighty one's king. 4. And I thought to disclose it unto you, saying, Buy it before them that sit here, and before the elders of my people. If you wilt redeem it, redeem it. But if it will not be redeemed, then tell me, that I may know, for there is none to redeem it besides you, and I am after you. And he said, I will redeem it. So now this parcel of land that comes up for sale, he's saying to him, now if you want to redeem this land that belonged to our brother Elimelech, redeem it See, because you're the one in line, you're the next in line according to the law. See, the elder would have the chance to buy it before the younger, and so it would go down. Now he says, I will redeem it. In other words, yes, I will take it. 5. Then Boaz said, what day you buyest the field of the hand of Naomi, have you also bought of Ruth the Moabitess, the wife of the dead, to raise up the name of the dead upon his inheritance. So now Boaz, this one comes quickly, tells him, when the day that you buy this field of the hand of Naomi, or at the work of Naomi, pleasantness, and we're going to find this was the order according to the law. She would have to return that inheritance back to the sons. Have you also bought of Ruth the Moabitess? So he's saying, when you buy this now, when you buy this field, that which belongs to Elimelech, have you also bought of Ruth the Moabitess? So you've also going to take on this female companion of her father, this one of her father, because she comes with it. See, the wife of the dead. She is that wife. She is the wife of the dead. We'll find out. Machlon. To raise up the name of the dead upon his inheritance. So, in order to raise up the dead upon his inheritance, you will have to take on Ruth with the land. 6. And the near kinsman said, I cannot redeem it for myself, lest I mar my own inheritance. Take you my right of redemption unto you, for I cannot redeem it. And the near kinsman said, I can't redeem it for myself, lest I mar my own inheritance. Lest he mar his own inheritance, because he was married, he already had children, and most likely they were sons. See, and this would be a mar in his own inheritance, because these things do not sit well when one already has a wife, when one already is taking in this marriage, and one has a wife and has has sons. This would cause great conflicts. 7. Now this was the custom in the former time in Israel concerning redeeming and concerning exchanging, to confirm all things. A man drew off his shoe and gave it to his neighbor, and this was the attestation in Israel. Now, and this was the custom, see, in former times, in the periods before in Israel, that place where God scattered out these ones that contend with the mighty one, concerning redeeming, and concerning exchanging, and to confirm all things. So this was this final attestation, see, that this exchanging of the shoe, this covering even of the foot, concerning this redemption, or to make solid that, showing that there's an exchange, a visible exchange being made, something that for these things that aren't visible. See, so there had to be and the shoe that come off the foot was this exchange, or this attestation in Israel. 8. So the near kinsman said unto Boaz, buy it for yourself, and he drew off his shoe. And the near kinsman said to Boaz, buy it for yourself, and he drew off his shoe. And that was it. When he drew off his shoe, he gave it to Boaz. This was the witness, see, that this exchange had been made, and in that shoe, representing, see, he's given him that which was his, or giving him that which was set before him, even his foot, his path, and he give it to him. 9. And Boaz said unto the elders and unto all the people, you are witnesses this day that I have bought all that was Elimelech's, and all that was Chilion's, and all that was Machlon's, and of the hand of Naomi. And Boaz said unto all the elders that was gathered there, this one who comes quickly, and unto all the people, you are witnesses this day that I have bought all that was Elimelech's, all that, and Elimelech, my mighty one, is the king, and all that was Chilion's, and Chilion, those ones who were consumed completely, and Machlon, those are the weak or the sick, of the hand of Noemi, at the work of pleasantness. 10. Moreover, Ruth, the female companion, the Moabitess of her father, the wife of Machlon, have I acquired to be my wife. And she was the wife, or the widow, the one who was married to Machlon. These of weakness, these of sickness, I have acquired to be my wife, to raise up the name of the dead upon his inheritance, or to give seed even unto that which is died, or that which is dead. This was a similitude, or this seed that had been taken away to make sure to resurrect it, so to speak, that the name of the dead be not cut off from among his brethren, so that the name of the dead, these ones that have went before, should have life, and be not cut off from among the living. It was the purpose of it, and from the gate of his place, and from the place where he is judged. You are witnesses this day. So he told the elders they would witness this day that he has purchased all this that was Elimelech's. 11. And all the people that were in the gate, and the elders said, we are witnesses. The Lord make the woman that is come unto your house like Rachel and like Leah, which two did build the house of Israel, and do you worthily in Ephrath, and be famous in Bethlehem. And all the people that were in the gate, all these ones that were there around the gate, who would normally probably gather, or who was coming in and out of the city, see this gate being that place of judgment, said, we are witnesses, that these things happen. The Lord make that woman, this thing, and this woman always means this from man. See, this from man, even this understanding that comes from man, that is come unto the house like Rachel and like Leah. And see that Rachel and like Leah. Rachel is, or Rachel, is this ewe. It means a ewe, as in reference to sheep, this ewe lamb, this female ewe lamb. And which is, it is on a journey, let's say, who is lost. And like Leah, Leah means wearied, and like something is wearying you. You're tired of something. You're tired of somebody. This is the intent we get from Leah, which two did build the house of Israel. Now, two, we must witness this building of the house of Israel. Because that's how God did it with Rachel and Leah and their two handmaids. See, these two witness now, these ones that served them. And make you worthily in Ephrath. And Ephrath means fruitful. Ephrath means this fruitful, similar to Ephraim, these double-fruited, and be famous in Bethlehem, or that house of bread. And that bread, that which nourishes, that which substance, even the house, the dwelling place of substance. And let your house be like the house of Peretz, whom Tamar bore unto Judah, of the seed which the Lord shall give you of this young woman. And let your house be like the house of Peretz. And Peretz is that breaking through, that one that breaches. And this is a whole nother story of Peretz and his brother Zerah, who was born from Tamar. And Tamar was the daughter-in-law of Judah. See, that's a whole other story. We're going to get into that. But it's part of this story because, see, the Lord almost cut off the seed of Judah there. He did marry a Canaanitish woman. 13. So Boaz took Ruth, and she became his wife, and he went in unto her, and the Lord gave her conception, and she bore a son. So now Boaz, this one who comes quickly, went into this female companion, this daughter-in-law of Naomi, and she became his wife, and he went in unto her, and she has a son. The Lord did give her conception, and she's going to bear a son now. And this is to bear a son is to bring forth one who's going to have seed, to bring forth name. 14. And the woman said unto Naomi, Blessed be the Lord, who hath not left you this day without a near kinsman, and left his name, and let his name be famous in Israel. And the woman said unto Naomi, this woman, this one from man, says unto Naomi, pleasantness, Blessed be the Lord, who hath not left you this day without a near kinsman. Because see, we'll find that God is the one who was working, and God is the one who supplied the near kinsman. And we'll find out God is the one making it all come to pass. And we'll find out it is God's work. See, he's in control. 15. And he shall be unto you a restorer of life, and a nourisher of thine old age. For your daughter-in-law, who loves you, who is better to you than 7 sons, hath borne him. And this son that Naomi was given, we'll find this the child. Naomi takes the child and raises it, and she is this son, and he shall be a restorer of life, because Naomi was cut off. Elimelech was cut off from among the living. My mighty one is king. He was cut off from among the living. See, but Boaz and Ruth are going to be used to restore this one who was cut off. And Naomi, Ruth, it is said to be better than 7 sons. And this daughter-in-the-law, see, this one who is your understanding in the law, she represents your understanding, goes forth to receive seed in the law, who loves you, who is better than 7 sons. And this 7 sons are these perfections. Is this even these perfections, or this complete, to complete, see, these seeds that shall be sent forth, hath borne him. And Naomi took the child, and laid it in her bosom, and became nurse unto it. And Naomi took the child, and laid it in her bosom, and became nurse unto it. And she's going to, of course, she has no way to nourish the child from her bosom, and that wouldn't be the insinuation here. But the child, she would care for the child, and she would take care of it, and raise it up, this in pleasantness, see, in pleasantness, Naomi. And the women, her neighbors, gave it a name, saying, There is a son born to Naomi, and they called his name Obed. He is the father of Jesse, the father of David. And these women, these ones from men, those around the area, gave it a name, saying, There is a son born to Naomi. There's a son born, this one who's going to bring forth seed unto pleasantness. And they called his name Obed. And they call his name Obed, this one who will work, this one who will serve. He is the father of Jesse. And Jesse is this that stands out. Jesse's a prominent one that even in possession he stands out. He is the father of David, the beloved. 18. Now these are the generations of Peretz. Peretz begot Hezron. And Peretz, this one who breaks through, he's the breach, he gives birth to Hezron. And Hezron is that enclosure. Hezron means to be walled in. So he gives birth to this one, these that are walled in. And Hezron, those that are walled in, give birth to Ram. And Ram is this one who, this exalted one, this one who's lifted up. And Ram gives birth to Aminadab. Aminadab are those ones that are willing. My people are willing, are going to make themselves willing. These are the generations. 20. And Aminadab beget Nachshon, and Nachshon beget Salmon. Aminadab, those that are willing, are going to give birth to Nachshon, the enchanter. See, these Nachshon, the practicer of enchantment, and Nachshon will give birth to Salmon. And Salmon is the outer garment. Salmon represents that outer garment, even that garment even of covering on the outside. 21. And Salmon begot Boaz, and Boaz begot Obed, and Salmon gave birth to Boaz, this one who's going to come quickly, and Boaz give birth to Obed, and Obed, that's one who's going to serve, this one who's going to work, and Obed, this one who's going to serve, gives birth to Jesse, and Jesse, that which stands out in possession, or that which is prominent even in possession, will give birth to David, and David is that beloved, that loved one. And these are the generations, and we're getting ready to find out. This is how it happened, and we can see that this story was clearly written after it all happened, because the genealogies are given. So we find out, just like the prophecy said, this through Elimelech and Boaz, this my mighty one's the king. God's going to send a king who is going to do his work, for this is what it says, and he's going to serve God. See, because God causes all this to happen. God controls all of it. God gives the king authority, see, and God sets the king in his kingdom, and God tears the king down, and God sets another king up. This is how God works, see. God controls men. So turn and return. We're going to move forward to Chronicles. We're going forward to the book of Chronicles. I know that's everybody's favorite book there. There's a lot of genealogy there, and there is a whole lot to learn in the book of Chronicles, and I do hope to see you there.